Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra November Juliet.
Roger, roger. And what's your location, sir?
Location is coastal southern New Jersey. Over.
Roger, I was trying to get a better antenna on you. I'm copying you about 5 dB over my noise level right now, Roger.
Roger. Appreciate this. Just discovered this service, and this is great. Over.
Roger, what's the name there again?
The name here is Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo.
Roger, Joe, and what kind of radio are you running today?
It's a ICOM 7300. Over.
One of my favorite radios. We'll talk about that in just a minute. What antenna system are you using?
Well, the antenna is rather unconventional. It's a gutter downspout antenna. I've been using it mostly for digital FT8 and very little for voice. And in fact, this is the first voice contact I've made with it. Roger.
Roger. Now, you might explain a little bit. You're hot wiring your gutter system?
That's affirmative. Hot wiring the gutter system, and I'm pushing right now 100 watts. Over.
Oh, gosh. Let me applaud your antenna tuner, Roger.
I'm using an MSJ 939 for the antenna tuner. Over.
Doing a really good job. Really good job. That last transmission, you were 6 dB over my noise level. Now, we have a setup procedure for your 7300. Looks like you're doing pretty well. The only thing I would suggest is consult your ALC with the mic gain in hand to be sure that your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. We also do recommend that you run your processor, your compressor, at about a 3 out of 10. Just a token amount, 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100, about a third of its capabilities. Roger, roger.
Roger, received. I'm checking the ALC. It is just about the middle of the scale right at this time. Over.
Roger. I would put that between mid-scale and 2/3. That has to do with your dynamic range, and we're looking for about a 3 dB dynamic range, which usually occurs when you're running your ALC at mid-scale to 2/3. Roger.
Roger. I really appreciate the tips. Looking at the comp right now, and that looks to be at about a 6. Over.
Roger, sounds good. I don't hear it pumping. That's the main idea. When you hear a compressor sucking up between words, it's not adjusted correctly. You don't, by the time you're sucking up the wife beating the kids in the next room, you're running way too much compression, and it's not really helping your average percent of peak modulation, because we're talking peak modulation, and, once that compressor flattens down when you start to speak, that peak is there. The only thing left to do is when you see speaking between words, it tries to suck up noise. That's too much compression. I found about a third of its capability does just about all that you could expect a compressor to do. Roger.
Roger. Really appreciate the tips, and going to work on this during the week, and maybe try again with you next Friday. Over.
Roger, Joe. Now, you're running the stock hand mic, is that a Roger?
That's correct, Roger.
Okay, so now you want to take into consideration that you need to work that stock hand mic from the side, not directly into that hand mic. Pull that mic to the side of your face, right to your lips to the side, and talk across it. Otherwise, you get a lot of plosives and stuff. What we recommend, that's what we recommend, is to run that mic to the side of your mouth and talk across it. And one step better than that would be to go to your local music store and get yourself a little windscreen that would fit right over that mic, and that would solve 100% of any possibilities of any mouth noises. Roger?
Roger. I've been speaking on the mic to the side, so I'm not sure if I can improve it any more than that, but the screen sounds like a good idea. Over.
Oh yeah, the screen is just beautiful because it just solves all of the mouth problems. You can work that mic any way you want to work it with that windscreen on, and it'll be perfect. Roger?
Roger. Thanks again for the tip. And anything else you want to add? Over.
No, well, there's one other tip in that today we're talking about using your watt meter as a VU meter. In other words, if you put your watt meter in the PEP position so it moves fairly quickly, and turn that watt meter to where you can see it when you're talking, then what you want to do is as you talk, you want to try to keep that watt meter needle in the sweet spot position. You know, use your voice level control as you look at the meter to try to keep that needle up in the sweet spot position. Roger?
Roger, got it. Very good. Trying to make notes as we speak here.
Roger, Roger. Well, gosh, I'm rapidly turning into a pumpkin, man, so usually we just run to a 5. Roger, Roger?
Roger, got it. Over.
Roger. So let me say 3s for now. I really enjoyed it. If you get a chance, like I say, go to YouTube and do that call letter search, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. That will take you to our Qso-Vlog page, and you'll be looking for one Qso entitled My Group Air Check 102519. Roger?
Roger, got it down. I'm going to check it later. Will be clear. Thank you very much. Over.
Roger, Roger. 3s to you, sir. You have a real good afternoon and a great weekend. This is KC9VKV, and that will conclude our Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network transmissions. We have enjoyed it immensely. Hope you have, and for all that participated, thanks so very much. And if you get a chance to join us back next Friday between 3:30 and 5, where we do it all again, record all the time, and then post it up on YouTube within the next couple of days. So we'll say 3s for now. Catch everybody later. This is KC9VKV, clear.